Hey guys, it's Shirley. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about microblading, what it is, if you should do it, how you should do it, and we're going to do an unboxing and review of the GloPRO microneedling set and see if it's worth. If you're new to my channel and you haven't subscribed yet, please do that. It really helps me a lot. And let's get into it. Okay, so what are the benefits of microneedling? Basically, with microneedling, you're just taking all the little needles, so they're like tiny little needles on the roller. Let's see if it can focus. But basically, every roller has like tiny little needles on it, and you roll it onto your skin, and you're basically just creating like these tiny punctures on the top layer of your skin. They're pretty shallow. It creates, what that does is it basically causes the skin to create its own collagen and elastin. So I have a hypertrophic scar here, and it's actually the perfect way to explain how microneedling works, because a hypertrophic scar basically just means that the scar is raised, and that happens because when your skin repairs itself, it produces a ton of collagen to repair and close that wound. And a hypertrophic scar basically just means that the body produced too much collagen, and so there's too much tissue here. The idea is that every time there's a wound and your skin has to repair itself, it creates collagen. So that's the whole premise behind microneedling. You're creating all these tiny puncture wounds on the top layer of your skin. They're really, really tiny, and they stay only very surface level, but it causes the skin to respond by creating more collagen and elastin, which as we know is what keeps the skin youthful. So basically, microneedling is used to improve the look of fine lines. It can also help with acne scars. It basically just causes your skin to resurface itself by creating tiny, tiny wounds in the top layer of your skin. I've seen a lot of skincare devices that are supposed to help keep your skin looking youthful, such as some devices have like these electric currents. I think that a lot of the science behind those devices are they might work to strengthen the muscles. It's not really the cause of aging. There's a ton of research backing microneedling and why it's really good for resurfacing skin. Also, if you think about the topical skincare ingredients that we use for anti-aging, we have things like retin A and different types of acids. Those also all work in a similar way. They force your skin to just resurface, and it sloughs off that top layer of skin and just like creates like a new layer of skin underneath, and that constant renewal of your skin just keeps your skin really youthful. So that's the premise of microneedling. Is there any downtime? Not really. With at-home microneedling, at least. If you go into an office and get it done professionally, that's a whole different story. That they go deeper into your skin, but the at-home microneedling rollers really they don't go that deep. The needles aren't that long, so it's just like very, very shallow. So no, there's really no downtime. Your skin might be a little bit red. Actually, it should be red after treatment, but you should be doing it at night anyways, and it'll just be red for a few hours. You just go to bed, you don't really see it, and the next morning you wake up completely fine. Does it hurt? I mean, it doesn't necessarily feel pleasant when you're rolling the skin, because you are creating, basically you're puncturing the skin, but it's not like intolerable in any way whatsoever. It's not that bad. I have a pretty high pain tolerance, but I honestly don't think that it hurts. I mean, it doesn't feel comfortable because you are kind of, at the end of the day, you're basically creating puncture wounds in your skin with like little tiny needles, but it's not as bad as it sounds. I promise, it really doesn't hurt that bad. You can also do it lighter if it really bothers you. I mean, you have full control over the process. So after microneedling, your skin is going to absorb whatever you put on it. So you should stay away from makeup for the next day or so. Don't go out into the sun. Again, your skin is just really sensitive since you kind of just created all these superficial wounds. And you should also technically stay away from sweating a ton. I honestly have worked out the morning after microneedling and been completely fine. But again, all of this is taken to another level if you get professional microneedling done. I'm just only talking about at-home microneedling. If you get it done professionally, they're gonna go deeper, they're gonna create more trauma, so there's going to be more downtime. So it's recommended that you use this 2 or 3 times a week. You could use it every single day, but it really just depends on how much your skin can tolerate it. I personally think it's not necessary to do it every single night. I probably do it like once a week, maybe twice a week. But yeah, you can use it as infrequently as you like, up to once a day. Okay, let's talk about the GloPRO in particular. It comes in this hard pink travel case. It's like a hard shell case that zips, and inside it looks like this. So let me just take everything out so you can see. So let's go through everything that's included. They give you a few skin prep pads. This is just basically alcohol pads to prep your skin, because your skin should be really clean if you're going to be microneedling it, because you are basically creating small puncture wounds in your skin all over your face. So this is meant to cleanse your skin. I don't honestly use it that much. I feel like it dries my skin out, and I just like clean my face like regularly and it's fine. Then we have this body roller. The needles on this are meant to be longer, so they go deeper into your skin. This attachment is meant to be for your lips, so the needles are a little bit less long. This is an empty bottle. It's a spritzer. You basically just fill it with isopropyl alcohol and you use it to basically spritz the GloPRO every time you're done using it, so that you can sanitize it and leave it to dry between every use. I just filled this bottle with some isopropyl alcohol. I use 91%. I think anything 75% and above is fine. And then we have this USB charger. The reason why you need this is because this GloPRO actually has an LED light. So if you press this power button, it turns on and it has this red LED light, and it actually vibrates as well. I don't know if you can hear it, but yeah, it vibrates. Honestly, I'm not sure if you really need it, but it does do that. And so lastly, it comes with this case that you store the actual GloPRO in. And this just protects the needles. I don't think that this case is gonna work for these attachments. Well, this one it might work for, I guess. This one, it will not. So yeah, I don't know how it's supposed to fit, how to store this. I guess I'll just put it back in its storage case then, but yeah, that's everything that was included. So a lot of microneedling devices are just, they don't have any power. The GloPRO has, so the GloPRO comes with this LED light and it also vibrates. I don't know if you can hear it, but basically that's the reason why there's a power button. It comes with batteries, and then it comes with a charger in case your battery dies. This is not rechargeable. It comes with disposable batteries. The charger is only if you get caught without batteries and you want to plug it in, because you need the LED light and the vibrations that come with it. You can use this charger. Honestly, I'm not sure that the LED light really does that much. There's a little bit of science to it, but not a ton. So I've never used this charger, and if my battery ever did die, I would probably just roll as usual without the light, but I guess it's nice to have an extra charging cord. So the GloPRO comes in this little case that keeps it clean, and it also keeps the needles sharp. This set also comes with an attachment for rolling under your eyes and a bigger attachment for your body. So each attachment is a little bit different. This is the face attachment. It's made of 540 surgical steel, and the needle length on the little needles are 0.3 millimeters long. For the eye roller attachment, this is made of 240 surgical steel, and the needle length is also 0.3 millimeters. And finally, the body attachment is made of 1680 surgical steel, and the needle length is 0.5 millimeters. So this one is, the needles are longer, and obviously the attachment is bigger because there's more surface area to cover. Each attachment, if you're using it regularly, should be replaced every 3 to 4 months. And then lastly, the set comes with this little empty sanitizing spritzer bottle, which I just fill with 91% isopropyl alcohol. They recommend using anything above 70%. And you just pour it into here, and then you can spritz the GloPRO after you use it so that you can sanitize it between every use. It is important to clean your tools because you are puncturing your skin, so you don't want to be doing that with like dirty needles, obviously. And everything comes in this hard shell travel case. I've never really traveled with it, but I mean, I guess it's nice to have like this like protective case. You could use it for chargers, for toiletries, I don't know, I guess anything that you feel like you want to protect. It's like a nice to have, I guess. So this set retails for $279. Is it worth it? Honestly, I think that there are a lot of things about this set that make it more luxurious, but aren't necessary. I mean, it's nice to have, it's absolutely not necessary, especially if you already have a protective case protecting the actual device itself. I don't think you need a travel case. I also don't think that the LED light is necessary. There's some evidence that red light LED therapy is good for the skin. Again, it probably doesn't hurt, but there's very little actual hard evidence that it makes a measurable impact on your skin condition. Honestly, most, if not all, of the benefit is just gonna come from the act of microneedling itself. So if you got just a derma roller that was just purely a microneedling roller without any of the extra fanciness of like the vibrations and the light therapy, that would be completely fine. I think you would already be capturing almost basically all of the value of microneedling. This specific set also came with a bunch of like samples. It came with the skin prep pads and some serum samples. Honestly, I already really like my skincare, so I don't really feel the need to use theirs. Also, these are meant to be like alcohol prep pads to clean your skin because, again, similarly to how you want to make sure your microneedling device is really clean, you also want to make sure your skin is really clean before you go in and create alkys wounds. But you don't really need this. Honestly, I don't use it most of the time. I just clean my face as I usually do, and that's been enough. And then lastly, for the extra attachments, I got it partly because I felt like the body roller is like, it has a longer needle length, and so I haven't tried it yet clearly, but I did kind of feel like if I ever wanted to go deeper than the 0.3 millimeters that the face roller comes with, I could use this once I got acclimated to using the 0.3 millimeter needle length. This was my first derma roller ever, so I just wasn't exactly sure what the different needle lengths would feel like and how my skin would tolerate it and what I really needed. So I bought this set partly because I wanted the option to try different needle lengths. Honestly, the 0.3 is, if I apply enough pressure, it definitely is enough to get my skin red, but I think I have pretty thick skin, and so I probably could use a longer needle. Like, I actually have to try to use pressure in order to get my skin to be red when I use this, which means that, I mean, if your skin doesn't look red after using it, it means you're just not really puncturing the skin enough. Your skin should look red after using it. There are really cheap derma rollers on Amazon. I wouldn't necessarily buy those though, because you just don't know who's manufacturing it, what the needles are actually made of, if it's actually stainless steel, what length they actually are. because you can definitely find derma rollers for really, really cheap, like maybe 10, 20, 30 bucks. But I would just make sure you're buying from a brand that you know and trust. GloPRO was one of the OG derma roller brands, but I don't think you necessarily need all the frills that come with this set. I think you could just get the device itself. Okay, so I just washed my face. I'm gonna go in with the GloPRO. I haven't put anything on my face yet. It's just like freshly washed skin. So I turn this on and I just roll it all over my face. This is the face attachment. I can also I actually tried using the body attachment on my face just because it's like a deeper needle. These needles are honestly pretty shallow. Like I don't really feel like I mean, I can feel it on certain parts of my skin, especially like around my eyes because there's less padding there. It's like just like your cheekbone, so I definitely feel it here. But when I'm like on my cheeks and stuff, I don't really feel the needles at all. And I feel like that's also like where I kind of want the needles to really penetrate my skin, because like that way you can get in to the smile lines. I mean, I guess it's really important around your eyes too, but yeah. Anyways, I'll show you that other attachment in a bit, but yeah, you can see that it's working once your skin starts to get a little bit red when in the areas that you roll. But I do feel like I try to concentrate around where my smile lines would be, so that would be like here and here, and in those places it's actually really like hard to get into those areas because there's a lot of padding and it's kind of like indentation and not like a cheekbone area. So sometimes I'll take my tongue and like try to push out my cheek so that I can really get this on it. And you're supposed to go in with every different direction so that you can just, I don't know, get in deeper. As you can see, my skin is really pretty like not sensitive, so it's not really causing my skin to turn super red very easily. I've seen like some people do this and their skin turns pink pretty quickly, but for me it really takes a while, which is why like sometimes I'll use the other body roller for my cheeks, especially. For my eyes and like my forehead, I feel like this attachment is fine because I definitely do feel it. It definitely does feel prickly, and I don't want to put more I don't want to put like more deeper, longer, and I don't want to put longer needles on that area because it just would hurt. It already kind of hurts a little bit, like so. Plus I feel like the skin around your eyes is just super delicate, and also like the body attachment is really big, and I feel like you have to be really careful around your eye area, obviously. But yeah, I feel like this attachment works really well for my forehead, like the upper part of my face, and then sometimes I'll go in with the body attachment for the lower part of my face. But yeah, just going horizontally a couple of times, and then I'll also go vertically a couple of times. I'm doing a lot today just so that you can see like the full effects, but I sometimes don't roll. I don't know, sometimes I'm lazy. I don't always do every part of my face. Like there are certain parts of my face that I roll definitely more consistently than others because I just feel like it's not always needed in every part of my face. But yeah, I think you can definitely start to see my skin getting redder. I can definitely see it. I don't know if you can tell, but yeah. So to switch this out, there's like a little button here, and you just pull this off. Actually, I'm gonna spray this first. So I take my spritzer bottle with the, So I take my spritzer bottle with the alcohol in it. It's like 95% isopropyl alcohol, and I'll spritz it a couple of times. Okay, this is the body attachment. It's obviously a lot bigger. And yeah, this is meant for your body, but I haven't used it on my body, only on my face. The needles on this are definitely longer. I think it might be a slightly different material also. But just do kind of the same thing. It's kind of nice how big it is because it does cover a lot of area all at once. And you definitely can feel it more. But yeah, because it's so big, I feel like I don't really need to go over it that many times. You can really start to see how pink my skin is now from rolling. And that's really it. Now I'm just gonna go in with my usual skincare, and everything that you put on your face now just gets absorbed deeper because you created all these little micro perforations or all these micro wounds in your skin, so everything can just soak in deeper. So whatever skincare you put on your skin now just becomes that much more effective, so you get more mileage out of your skincare. I usually just do the same exact skincare routine I always do every day that my derm has put me on for acne predominantly, but treating acne actually happens to be really good for anti-aging too, so it's kind of like a win-win.